Hello, and welcome back to Planner Apocalypse, where today we're doing the August review and September setup in the Memento Mori Goal Planner. August is one of those months that I just don't do very well in. If you hear any, page turning, it's because I'm turning pages in my planner right now, but doing the review now. What am I most proud of this month? It actually took me a while to figure out even what I did. That's why I'm looking through my bullet journal, because I'm like, I don't remember doing really anything of note this month, but that's why it's important to go through, right? So this month in August, I did some readings for my Tumblr mutuals, and that was a lot of fun. And I did, like a Tumblr Ask the Oracle kind of thing where I just pulled an Oracle card for people. That was also fun. I did a very impromptu, weird Captain Price doodle, which was very funny. It's kind of I do a lot of shit posting on Tumblr, I'm not gonna lie. But I also went to like a witch shop in Warwick, and I found this really cool rock, and it lines up with the lines on my hand, so that was weird. So that's why I bought it. It's like a palm stone-ish. I think palm stones are probably supposed to be a little bit smaller, but or maybe it is, and this would be a fine palm stone for somebody. But anyway, it fits my hand, and it's got lines on it that look like my palm lines, and so I'm like, well, this is for me. So I bought it. What else did I do in August? I put on clown face for the first time. That was fun. I wrote the same day that I got my rock, I wrote a little fanfic about Soap, who is your roommate and your friend, and that was very funny. And I also wrote a really, 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 really short thing about Simon having a pet rat, and so that was that. What worked for me this month? God damn it, stop texting me when I'm working! What worked for me this month? This month was stupid. Though, I will say, so I grew out my nails because I tend to pick at my fingers, like the skin picking. If you have that, it's like a nervous habit. Apparently, it's more than a nervous habit. It's like a neurodivergent thing. So I do that, and I hate doing that. It makes me really uncomfortable and ashamed of my hands. So I decided to grow my nails out to try to stop myself from doing that, and it's actually been really effective. And I'm very happy about it, and that's that. So I'm grateful for making friends on Tumblr. Mooncat nail polish is cool and worth the money. I'm currently wearing Queen of the Dead in this video. It's a heat sensitive thing, so if it's cold it turns black, and if it's hot it turns red. So if you have longer nails, your tips will be black, and then the nail bed will be red, so it looks like a French manicure, only goth, which I love. I'm also grateful for back to school, because that means I can have time with no child. I love my child, but I need to focus. So how was my well-being this month? How, if at all, did it affect my productivity? In what ways, if any, do I have to be okay with this? I tried doing more self-care type things like nail care, and it helped me with picking, like I just talked about. Other than that, not great. I did, at the end of the month, put myself on a Tumblr hiatus, or a moratorium, if you will, because, I'm trying to focus, and Tumblr is like crack. And speaking of crack, this month, I've also, being on Tumblr, I am confronted with, choices that I've made, and the whole AI thing. I didn't realize when I had gotten into chatbots that they were based on stolen, plagiarized work. And had I known that at the time, I wouldn't have gotten involved. So I've been having like a lot of moral quandaries this month, and I feel stupid. And, you know, like, this is why we can't have nice things. Capitalism is why we can't have nice things, because everybody's in a race to just do the thing without being ethical about it. And that makes me sad, because, like, it's a cool thing. It's fun to use. Probably a little too fun, which is why I need to set a lot of boundaries. It would be best if I just don't use it anymore, period. And yeah, that's where I'm at, having a lot of feelings about that. What is not working that I need to let go of, restructure, or surrender to? Planetary routines. So I've been editing this video, and then I was like, I need to reshoot the entire thing. And then I was like, well, on top of that, the thing is just half-baked, and I need to finish baking it, basically. And then I can do the video, because it, like, even after editing it, it was like over 45 minutes long, and that's not okay. So ideally, I would like it to be 15 to 20 minutes, bullet point, kind of very instructional, and it was not that. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board on that, and so that is shelved for now. In August, I decided to restart the Artist's Way workbook, and it didn't take long, exactly 2 weeks, for me to be like, I think this is a bad time to do this. I was trying to get, you know, more focused on like self-care and mental health kind of stuff, and focused on journaling, but the workbook and morning pages, like, all of that stuff takes way too long that I'm not, you know, doing the things that I should and need to be doing. So that is also on hiatus. Am I feeling resistance around something? Why? My planner and real life. I keep wondering if I have smiling depression, feeling disconnected from my purpose, and futility. So in what areas am I struggling? Who can I get support from? Motivation, feeling my purpose, and I know the 𝖍𝖊𝖓𝖙 kickoff call is this weekend, I think, so I might tune into that to, you know, kind of hype myself up a little bit. And I should probably start doing my Morrigan journeys again. Maybe that will help, I don't know. What am I spending most of my time and energy on? Is this in alignment with my values and goals? So on the chatbot note, I actually unlisted or took down all of my chatbots that I've ever made, and that's that. There's a lot of feelings, and I don't want to get too much into it, but what kind of guidance have I been receiving this month? Where do I feel I'm being directed? Not sure. I found my rock, which was cool. It's a giant carnelian, which is for like creativity, I think, which is cool. What lessons or tweaks can I bring forward into next month? I have cut everything down, so just focus on getting the planner done. It's time for essentialism and deprivation and being uncomfortable. So no more, you know, instant gratification. We gotta just focus on this stuff. It's not gonna be, it's just this month, like my release has to, well, it doesn't have to be, it can be whatever time, because it, you know, whatever. But the release date is slated for October 1st. I'm going to be working on the planners that have already been out. So that's the original weekly, that's the one that I use, the vertical and the horizontal. Those don't seem to be very popular, but that's okay. So I'm going to be doing those first, and then worrying about the companion, and then after that, the daily ladder and the hourly if I have time. So those might see a later release just because I'm, you know, still working on things. But yeah, that's pretty much that. This month, we are heading from Virgo season, which is my 9th house of publishing, which is very appropriate. And heading into Libra, which is my 10th house of career, also appropriate. Appropriate, I can speak. This full moon in September, I can also speak and think at the same time, is going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, the first eclipse in Pisces for, a few years. So that's a thing. A lot of the astrology recently has been like, this is pretty big. This is pretty big. So yeah. Also recently, Sunday the 1st, Pluto retrograded back into Capricorn for the next few months, and it will not be in Capricorn for another like 280 years, so that's pretty big too. Let's see. Focus this month, obviously, is the planners, and I'm just excited to get it done. Or to have it done already. My biggest challenges will be the distractions and instant gratifications. Can we say addiction? And yeah, my Reign of Winter Pathfinder game is coming to a conclusion. We have like 3 more sessions or something like that. So that's pretty wild. We've been doing it for a few years, and that's feelings, man. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I think we're gonna leave it there, because I cut all of my projects down to just the planners. That's enough for the month, and bye.